Now we're launching an exciting new series throughout this weekend. It's called Meet the Teams. BMW Williams are first on our grid and we've been given brilliant access. Ted Kravitz joined Ralf Schumacher as he prepared for what turned out to be a very dramatic qualifying session.
The first practice session is the first time a Williams will have turned a wheel on this circuit this year, and it's the first time they'll be able to get a feel for how the car is behaving and how their race setup is going to go. Now, we've been given access to the inner circle of the Williams engineering department, so let's go and join them. As the session starts, Williams performs systems checks, as well as making sure that Ralf Schumacher and his engineer Gordon Day can hear each other.
Okay, give me a radio check please on this lap, and remember lambda ramp 5 and 6.
Even on the installation lap, Ralf can feel just what the car is doing. The early signs are good, and they can start their trial runs.
No understeer problems. It should be reasonable to do the run on them and see.
The car is fitted with a best guess setup based on last year's data, experience of this year's races, and computer simulations of the Austrian track.
We will stop in the box and lay rubber as well on this end.
Ralf lays tyre tracks of sticky rubber to give him more grip when he makes his pit stops in the race. Williams already thinking of Sunday afternoon. But Ralf has other things on his mind. He objects to the camera mounted on the front of the cockpit, obscuring his view.
Talk to the FA. Camera, I don't like it. Can we take it off? Okay, we're getting permission on that.
What Ralf wants, Ralf gets. The camera goes. Meantime, the engineers are changing the setup to one that they tried in testing at Paul Ricard last week. Ralf preferred it at the time, but will he now?
Okay, so we'll get into this change now. Front wing, hole 1-1.
The new setup involves stiffer suspension and a little more front wing, but will a change be for the better?
With the way the car is, well, we should do that change, if you understand. Proceed with the change.
Time to try it out. 25 minutes of the session have now passed, and out on the track, it's not good news.
Now I got a bit too much to steer in 4 and 5.
Turns 4 and 5 are giving Ralf grief. The front of the car is scrubbing out wide, the tyres not giving the bite that the driver needs to turn into the fast corners with confidence.
We need to get back on the change. Braking turn and it's not very good. Okay, we're going to go straight back on those changes.
The new setup is abandoned and they're back to where they were at the start. Ralf and Gordon have lost about 25 minutes of valuable practice time. The decision is made with bosses Tim Preston in the centre and Sam Michael on the left to put new tyres on and stay out on track.
Okay, gonna run to the flag.
Ralph's still got problems and the hour is now up. He has to go into Friday qualifying with a car he knows isn't right. The engineers think they're going in the right direction, but they won't know for sure until Ralf completes his qualifying lap.
Do our debrief now in the truck.
There's clearly still a lot of work to do, and this is where it happens. The meeting room in the Williams truck holds the drivers, chassis and tyre engineers, engine technicians and data analysts. Ralf and Juan Pablo take opposite sides and have the time to go through a more detailed description of what the car is doing corner by corner.
As soon as I touched the brother's rather slightly nervous
So that's the same comment with those three on touching as well.
Ralf takes a carbohydrate heavy lunch and then it's time to get his head together for qualifying.